at the moment, we got 10 minutes before the parade laps start. And my ride for the parade laps to stand in the back and film is on jacks. And we've got a very oily alternator going on here. We have the owner Joey here. We have Noki there, man. It is all chaos and it is all action. Are we going to be out on the parade laps? Am I even going to have a video today? I have no idea, but we will see in 10 minutes time. Joey, are we going to make the parade laps?
Yes, we're going to do it.
We're going to do it. Stay tuned. The organiser Plum here is lining the first car up for the parade, and we are just down off the jacks. Is this going to work now and fire up? We are in business. These guys have done it. They have fixed the van, ready for the parade laps. We are absolutely in business and we are cutting it so fine. This is where it all starts. At the back, everyone queuing up. You know this car, it's been on my videos. We got Chad in, he's cut the engine bonnet open so you can tell he's got a V8 if you didn't know. Man, absolutely everything here. We got the guys from Malaysia rolling the roof back to do it in style. And then we've got a really slammed combi, watch it, pick up here. Lots of E30s today. Look at that 86, that is absolutely beautiful. And then here we have the full patina. Look, an absolutely mint Mark 1 Escort. Man, it's going to get noisy now. Loads of Beatles, loads of air cooled. And this really original looking Starlet. And that's a great thing about parade laps. Everyone goes out, another really original looking Starlet. And this kind of looks quite similar to Joey's van. Man, absolutely amazing. I'm just going to spin you around, show you some of these cars. Mark 1 Capri, look how cool that looks. And then here we go, for the usual watchers of my channel, an EG. Absolutely can't go wrong. More VWs, in fact we have so much air-cooled, and another EG there. Loads more air-cooled left-hand drive. In fact, that is the Vietnam guys, and we're getting into the Vietnam guys now. So much air-cooled going on here. And they're all rolling out and it is absolutely amazing and it's hot and I'm going to burn it and I need to cut right off here and find my ride. Here's a classic car guy.
Welcome to the Chang Classic Revival. I'm terrible at YouTube. It's my first time at this event, but it's actually pretty good. I was a little worried this morning, Ed, when I rolled in at 8. It was a little light, but there's a lot of really nice cars here today. Unfortunately, I'm not competing in the track event, but we are about to do the parade laps. It's my first time driving Chang International.
I bump into one of the craziest car girls in Thailand, Mint. She is nuts. So let's find out what she's got to say.
Hello, I bring you all come watch my car. It's two cars, it's very cute, same me.
So you'll know the bright yellow oyster beetle. It is the most crazy beetle in Thailand. Well, that is gone, dead, done and dusted. But instead, we have two amazing new white-bill cars. And man, look at the work and the detail. These guys build incredible cars, incredible detail. We've got quite an incredible pair of white boots that are just blending absolutely with it. And in fact, if you show you up there, you'll know who that is. And this real old classic wrap is absolutely amazing. Here we look at this custom rear wing on all these posts and just a thin piece of steel. So different. So much work gone onto this, and inside you can see all the transmission and the braking upgrade. That is absolutely amazing. And we've actually got two of these cars as well. This one is equally amazing. All the work that's gone on the front, the splitter and the die plate. You're not looking at the cars now at all. So how are you doing today?
Let us go inside it.
So tell me about your new cars.
Yeah, new car. It's very cute.
I want to show you a little bit of this Beetle because I absolutely love this custom wing on the back and all the work and detail that has gone into that. But this is interesting because it's got a perspex rear window and it's cut out like the classic Beetles. But if we look in there, we can see it's mid-engine. The engine should be here, but the engine is actually there, swapped out. And then if we look at the custom work on this, these bigger arches and the way they're profiled, and in fact it's two-piece here, bolted on here, and these kind of oval cutouts look really neat. And again, we've got a lot of fitment here, just riding out. And then we get round the side, the door handle has been drilled out, and then we've got these angled skirts here that look absolutely amazing. And on the front here, at the back of the rear wing, got a big profile here, piece on the bottom here, and then these cutouts kind of mirror those cutouts, but at right angles to each other. And then we look, the bonnet is heavily vented, so maybe there's something going on in here. And then we look here, we've got a splitter here, and it flicks up. And you've got all these custom pieces here with these alloy bolts holding them on. LED lights. This car is quite special visually. Absolutely love it. And then just to finish it off, it's in white. And it's got a whole Herbie thing going on, Red Bull going on here. Kill switches. I am 77 race machine. No idea what that means. But that is pretty cool. Now we look inside this car. Custom fuel tank, Momo race bucket seat, full race seat with a head restraint. Racing steering wheel, sequential gearbox, kind of drift style transmission, pedal box, everything is going on in this car. That's one interesting Beetle. And these guys, they build cars that sound good, look good and go fast.
Hi everyone, I'm Amy.
This year we brought the cars that we came with the last year, but this is something new which I just finished. This is a UK spec Alpha 75 with its original 3.0 V6 engine on its first outing. And I have my friend here, Harry, hailing from Australia, of Canon Motorsports, who's going to be driving the car for me today.
Hi, my name is Harry. I'm from Melbourne, originally from Malaysia. Currently, I'm driving this Alpha 75 3-liter for Mr. Su today.
And here's a photographer you will know from Be Quick Racing. This March is a brand new build by the guy sitting there who builds amazing cars, but this is kind of a prototype, and it's prototype kit, so it's not to his final quality standard.
Limited edition one.
This is a special limited edition Tofuya sticker. What I really like now in the Thai classic kind of track scene is the amount of 155s that are popping up. And this one looks really original. It's got the whole red and the racing vibe to it. It looks really original, quite stock, apart from this custom air filter on it. And we walk around the car, man, it's absolutely beautiful. It's got the whole period BTCC style rear wing on it. Looks really, really nice. And then straight away, we have another one right behind. So we've got at least two 155s out here at Chang Classic Revival. And that wouldn't have happened a few years ago. And again, this one looks really, really nice as well. And it's got quite an interesting rear spoiler on it. Green cloverleaf like the other one. These look absolutely fantastic. For me, I love this car. It's one of my favorite cars, very underrated and kind of forgotten now. So I'm really happy that these are rocking out. And in fact, if we look in this car, the passenger seat is gone. We've got a Sparco bucket seat, a Momo steering wheel. So clearly, he's out there to pump in. Sometimes this AE86 Truno is worth a look for two reasons really. One, I'm going to spin the camera right round. That is straight out of an S2000. And then the second thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to go to the passenger door, open it, and there is the steering wheel. This is the only left-hand drive AE86 in Thailand. Composite door, and this is really stripped out. You can see the back end has gone. We've got a little piece of carpet, someone's shoes, and that is it. And then we're going to go straight over here because this is a car I wouldn't expect to see at Classic Revival. This is one of my favorite Mighty X builds. You'll see this at every show, you'll see this everywhere. It is just done absolutely beautifully. Look in here, and then you can see up here. Normally, you're looking like that. Absolutely beautiful. I don't expect to see this. A Classic Revival. Classic Revival is changing a little bit. I showed you this wide body March. I showed you an A86 swapped out with an S2000 engine. That amazing Mighty X build. We've got a second Mighty X build that is absolutely amazing. And then we have an R34 with the full Paul Walker look to it. And in fact, in the window, we have the whole Paul Walker thing, 1973 to 2013, already 11 years ago. And Classic Revival is changing slightly because these kind of cars are coming into the event, and it is really adding to the event, and the event is becoming more than just classic cars. As soon as I say there is room for everything in this event, we have the Mira boys, always a hardcore fixture of this event, and there's a real hardcore racing passion for the Mira in Thailand. This shape is super rare, so this is very, very unusual to see here, and I kind of like this big roof spoiler on the back here, but I've got to take you and show you this, because man, what can you say here? This is one of these tiny Japanese vans, but it is unreal. It's got a huge spoiler on the back that kind of Lewis Hamilton would drive, but it's round the front here. We look at this wide body and this fitment, and then look at that on the front, man. That is absolutely amazing. And this belongs to this guy here. In fact, we need to look inside this cockpit because that is super small. Got a racing seat, Williams harness, racing steering wheel, all the kill switches and the gauges going on, but there's only room for one seat in here, so it is ready to race already. While we're talking about this car, I just need to introduce the owner, Mr. Happy, right here, because he built amazing cars on Daihatsu. He built the Lambo kit, the little Lamborghini style race car style thing, I don't know what to call it, that was built on a Daihatsu as well, and this is absolutely amazing. This guy really takes Daihatsus and turns them into something you couldn't even dream of them being. If we look at this badge here, this is a car I was actually looking forward to seeing this weekend. A Toyota Sora race car, unbelievable. I actually saw this at the Songkla Grand Prix, and actually I saw it on the first day in the garages being set up, and the owner said he's coming to Classic Revival. And then I never saw it again. I don't know whether he just went straight home, but I never saw it again. I went back down the garages at the end event to have a look, and it was gone. So I guess maybe they had some teething problems and they disappeared off. But look at this. It kind of looks like it's just finished. But I've never seen a Toyota Sora race car in Thailand before. That is absolutely amazing. And if we look down here at all this lower floor aero, this diffuser here, and these two big massive exits, and we can see the Sora badge there. That is super rare, and I am sure that is the only Sora to race in Thailand. In fact, there's a little bit more custom work here with these air exits down here. It's got dive plates, a big splitter. That looks really good, and that is a car I'm looking forward to seeing out on the track. This Z3 is a pretty popular car on the Thai racing. It's been racing for years, but it's got a few little differences that I just want to mention, the ones that catch my eye. You can see it's got the twin cam engine instead of single cam, and is pushed quite a bit back. So staying with the JDM thing, I've got two more JDM cars to look at. Man, this is feeling like one of my regular videos now, not Classic Revival. I'm just hitting in the JDM stuff anyway. We've got this amazing insight here, which we'll get to in a minute. But first of all, this Copen. Now, Copens are super rare as it is, but this has got the Pandora Type 830 body kit on it, which the owner has imported. This is a private import car to start with, and the owner has actually imported the Pandora kit to upgrade it, and you can see inside all red leather interior. These cars are really cute, really neat, and I kind of like these three vents here to give it a neat touch. But if we look on the front, we can see all the Pandora style kit, and it gives it a whole kind of 997 feel. And in fact, we've got a load of owners here. We've got these guys are the owners of the Copen, these guys here are the owners of the Insight. And I want to look at this Insight because, man, One, I have never seen one in this green before. It is absolutely amazing. There are very, very few here. I've only ever seen 2 or 3 in Thailand. And it's also running on Mugen wheels with Mugen center caps. That completely sets the picture. The car is like new. Now, I spoke to the owner because I was very, very curious about it. And he said it's done 9,000 kilometers and it was brought in by Honda and shown at the Motor Expo in 2003, and it's a 1999 manufactured car. So the owners very kindly let me look inside this car, and it has got a new car feel to it. In fact, it smells like a new car, and these seat covers are absolutely perfect, and you can see this is absolutely like new. There isn't a mark on any of the door cards or any of the trims. Even there's no scuffs down here at all. Amazing. This is just completely like a new car. Under the bonnet, this is like a brand new car as well, like this IMA integrated motor assist. Man, everything has a new feel, and the paint's been put on quite thinly here. And that colour again, I keep coming back and looking at that colour. Amazing. And those headlights are like new. Another detail that's interesting, this has got a manual gear stick, which you don't expect of an inside. And this is one of 2 manuals in Thailand, apparently. It's just hitting 5:30 now. We have the second parade lap of the weekend. I'm back on Joey's truck, and Joey's right down there getting in. And again, you can see we're absolutely surrounded by cars. There are hundreds of cars in all shapes and sizes. A real patina combi van there. Gavin Sierra Cosworth, and we've got the AP R33 driven by Kumboon. Next to us we've got an Impreza. And here we've got another friend here. Good to see you, man, as well. All right, and we've got him right behind us, a man who you've seen on my videos before. He raced on the cheapest budget that has ever been done in Thailand. Wind back for that one. And he is driving another car that is saving money on the parade. We're at the end of the second car parade, right on the start finish line. You can see all the flags, you can see all the VIPs here. And then just look at that. Hundreds and hundreds of cars all lined up, and girls as well. Hundreds of cars, absolutely amazing atmosphere. The lights have come on, it's gone dark. Cool stuff. Good to see you again about the 20th time today. And 20 more tomorrow. This is a very interesting guy. Anyway, look at the cars here. Look at the patina on that and the rust, man. I absolutely love that completely. Joey's truck there, one American, another American. This has been painted in kind of, it feels, I thought it was all rust at first, but it's actually a brown colour. And you see it's got a varnished wooden floor as well. And then we get to this, which I came up on the journey with, and this looks absolutely fantastic. And he is right down on there. Just going to spin around these people and show you this car in 360, because that is amazing. Look at this. Wow. For me, that is absolutely one of the bang-on cars, and I think you can find out more about this car here. If you listen to my video wondering who that noise is in the background distorting me all the time,
Long time no see,
this
Louis.
guy here. Man, you are disrupting my video the whole time. I've got you in the background.
Yeah.
All evening.
No, all the time. And as you know, this is the 5th time that we met, right? That we met in the Chang Classic Car Revival. Because
Every year he drowns me out. Noise reduction onto max with this guy here.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Support to Mr. S. Ellison. This is a motorsport man in Thailand. He always go to record all the motorsport in Thailand. Not all in Thailand.
Except the ones you talk at.
Okay, thank you, Mr. S. Thank you.
See you later. Good to see you, bro. He's actually one of the best MCs you will ever meet in Thailand. Then you cannot go far in Thailand without a DTM Evo 2 Spec 190. Then here you can see we've got the Saigon Classic Car Club, and they have come with quite a few cars. And this Mercedes, and look at that left-hand drive and all that beautiful leather, riding really high. Vietnam flag on it, amazing. Then 155s. I have a few here this weekend, and this one is absolutely perfect. And then 2 002s, and we have way more than a few. And an FD Type R. Man, you cannot go wrong with that at all. And here we have a van with a really patina, lambretta in the back. And then we have something Japanese, Mitsuoka. Man, these are crazy cars, and this is the first one I think I have seen at this event. Hello, and we also have motorbikes, 190s, and then look at this KE70. I'm just going to spin you around and look at the fitment on those wheels, because I absolutely love that fitment. GTA replicas, plenty of those this weekend. Joey is hitting in the beer. Thanks for all the ride, man. And we have my boss's Alpha Spider, number 60. I can always tell when he's about. And on the front, we have a really nice RS, RWB, with pretty cool exhaust tips on it. Engine bay open. I kind of like he's painted the cover into yellow. That's quite distinctive. And now the grid walk is over, so everyone is starting to warm their cars up and go out. And here we have Kunden. Hello, sir. Good to see you. Das Treffen. This is the organizer, the best Porsche event, the biggest Porsche event of the year. Absolutely amazing. And then Collard gets to take the cars back to the garage, and then we just look inside this. I have no idea what that is, but that is absolutely amazing. I'm going to spin you right around and show you in that car. Big bench seat, left-hand drive. That is something absolutely special, and that's why it is right on the front row. And now they're all going to leave off and drive around and go into the pits. And we have Plum's Jaguar here, the only one in Thailand of this coupe version. My ride for the weekend. So the guy who has come the furthest to this event is David Chan from Singapore. You'll probably know that name if you're into the classic car world, because this guy is a classic car legend from Singapore, and it's really cool that he's rocked up to this event. This guy travels like anything in this Mini Traveller. So I'm going to quickly get David to introduce himself, although most of you probably know who he is.
Hi everybody, I'm David Chan from Singapore. I have been up here. This is my fourth drive up into Thailand, and this is the furthest I've gone into Thailand. I'm almost 80 years old, and my car is a 1966 mini wagon. I found the drive up here very easy and good, and I was very excited like a small little boy to come to Chang International Circuit. I loved every minute that I was on the circuit, and I was even given kind of a few laps around. I enjoyed myself so much. Thank you to the organizers. They work very hard, I can see, and this is what classic cars is all about. Just fun. It's not about racing, it's not about prizes, but having a good run.
So for me, this Mustang on Vietnamese plates, with Joey here, Kun Nu and Kun Q, this is what it is all about. This car has come from Saigon with the Saigon Classic Car Club, and it's blew its radiator, which is here. In fact, the radiator shifted into the fan, and that was it. Come up here on a slide, it's on the way on a slide. I said to Joey, can you help me fix this car? And Joey just says, drop it off at pit 15. Joey doesn't even know the guys, doesn't know the car, doesn't know anything about this, doesn't even know it's on its way, and he just says, drop it off at pit 15, we'll sort it. The car eventually arrived, no keys with it, so we had to wait the next morning, too late to try and get it recalled at the weekend in Buriram. So the guys pulled the radiator out, went out into Buriram, found the radiator that pretty much fitted, put it in. They've moved a few things around because the problem was it was way too tight in there. And it is done, and it is fixed, and it'll get them home. And man, that for me is what it is all about complete. Here is firing up again. It sounds as rough as anything. And my gratitude and thanks to Joey for helping me out, fixing a car for someone I don't even know, but it's kind of my responsibility here to help people out who broke down, or the international visitors. And he doesn't know, and the guys get around, and they get under the car and they fix it. Man, I am really, really grateful to have friends like these guys. For me, way more important than any of this event, any of this has gone on. I am just grateful and I am lucky and thankful that I have friends like this when I need them. And that is the most important bit of this video for me, to say a huge thanks to these three guys. And now Joey is doing a shakedown test up and down behind the garages. And this car is looking good, and we're all going to be really glad to see the back of this Mustang. So far, for the first 4 editions of this event, the fun Saturday night program would be a drag race where you'd be kind of putting Lamborghinis against Harleys and all sorts of crazy stuff, and then the concert. But for this year, they've switched it up a little bit and they created a gymkhana and then the concert. And the gymkhana is really cool. And I think this is a great idea by the organisers, because the biggest problem with the drag, it's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of waiting around. And you've also got to get up the drag strip, you've got to kind of get around the concert and all the parked cars, and it's a lot of hassle. And it takes time, and it takes time to get everyone up there, so you're wasting a lot of time when you just want to go bang, bang, bang on a Saturday night. So this is cool. It's fun, it's really competitive. I just walked in, and all the drivers are grumbling, oh, my car's not suited to this, my car's too big, my car's too small, it's not fast enough. It's getting competitive. So what they've done is they picked representatives of like the BMW groups, the mini groups, the different car groups, the visitors, everything going on. So it's really competitive, and you've got a crowd here watching what is happening. Some of the highest quality restoration stroke restomod build you'll ever see in your life come from a garage tucked away in Chiang Mai called B&T Performance Retro, and you can see it on the cam cover here, special custom made cam cover with a name on it. The quality and the work they do is amazing. This 510, I made a whole video on this many years ago, so if you want to check this out, look down into my videos and you'll find that. And then they've got some other cars here. This 310 looks absolutely amazing. Again, fantastic quality. The finish and the fit is just unreal. And then this Sunny Coupe, I also made a video on this a few years ago, so you can catch up with that. Then they've also got this orange Corolla here, and they've got one more in this kind of brown color here, the second Corolla. They kind of specialize in doing these smaller JDM cars and really make them period street racing style. Everything is bang on. You see the wheels, the brakes, upgrade it all and make it into something that is really special for the track, handles perfectly, has the power, and I mean, just look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Like I say, 2 of those cars I made a video on, but this one I really want to deal with at some point as well, because I really like what they've done with this. The work, the finish, the quality, and the thinking that goes into these cars is something else. I'm right out at the back of the paddock now, and you see all these air-cooled VW parts, cylinder heads there, all the fairings, and the back of a combi with a transmission sticking out there. And I just walk around and show you an engine block with the heads off. This has lost its piston rings, and they are changing them. The new rings, the new liners and pistons have come up from Bangkok, and these guys are hard at work. It's actually one of the Vietnam crew, and we can see here the number on the side of the car, the driver's names. These guys have rocked up from Vietnam.
Hello everyone, my name is Thủy from Saigon Classic Car Club. We're from Vietnam. Today we are very happy to be here. We have 5 classic car and 1 JDM Honda from Vietnam. We came here for like 2,000 kilometers for a tour. The first tour for our club to come to Thailand. And after we come to Thailand, we will back to Laos and then come back to Vietnam. Now we have a problem with the engines for the Volkswagen's bursting one, and we are trying to fix this as soon as possible so that we can continue the trip. Our club formed in 2011, and we have about 500 members in total across the country. Even though we call Saigon Classic Car, but we gather all the members in the country with us. And in our club, we have about 100 classic car including the car from the US and from the Europe, also from Asia, like Japanese car. And we don't care what car the member they have, but we try to gather all the passion from the passionate into one group, and we hope that we can grow the group, and we have a new members from time to time, and we become a big group in the future to exchange the knowledge, and we share the passion with together.
Probably the most important thing at this event, I have discovered this coffee booth here is giving out free coffee. You can see the dots instead of prices. And I didn't know this, and it's open all day. But luckily, I bumped into Jib as I was going up to the Tau bin machine, and he said there's free coffee going on, being done by Lambretta, and this guy here is the man giving out free coffee, my new best friend in Thailand, and you can see he's promoting Lambretta in Buriram. So I'm in the queue, and it's now 3 o'clock, and I may well be back. So here we go, free coffee courtesy of Lambretta. Man, that looks pretty good. There are more Evo 2 kits in Thailand that you could shake a stick at, and you look at the big wing and then the carbon gurney flap here. Absolutely nails it, but this one has got a few interesting things on it. First of all, across the windscreen you've got Thonburi Automotive Assembly Plant. That's where the CKD Mercedes in Thailand. So quite interesting to have that on. And then this front splitter has been done really nicely with this aluminium and these cut-out sections and this rubber on the front. Very detailed, very high quality, and of course it's got one of the classic racing liveries.
I brought the Ferrari 458 Challenge to this event, primarily just to have an opportunity to test the car out. Bought the car recently. We eventually have to ship it out because it's a track-only car. But anyway, I think before we want to send it out, we just want to make sure that it's working well. And yeah, it's fantastic to come back to the Buriram, the Chang circuit again, and to drive a GT car again after all these years. Yeah, it's going well so far. Having quite a lot of fun. Weather is great. Food is great as usual.
I'm going to show you this super rare race car. It's a Ford Laser, and you're going to say, Ford Laser, what's going on? Why is that on my video? Well, this comes to Classic Revival every year. In fact, it comes to a few other events, but it's got a bit of a story to it. We'll start with this Ferrari Performance on this pretty nicely custom-made splitter and lower spoiler. You can see the oil cooler tucked in there. Kind of quite unusual, that. Now, this car is also all fiberglass. The doors, everything on it is fiberglass. Let me just duck around these people, because at the back we can see it's got Ferrari Performance as well. But this car is a little bit special because I can't see. This guy here is the driver's dad. Now, he had a team 30 years ago racing in Thailand with this car. So this guy built the car 30 odd years ago, and this car has returned to racing with his son, who was dressed up in the overalls here, walking away from me very quickly with a shark's mouth on the back, about to jump into an MX-5. So he races it now. His dad was a team manager who built it, and it's a bit special. So I'm going to ask his dad, what is going on?
35 years ago, 1986, we running on the team with this car, category showroom standard in Pattaya circuit. And on that time, we running this car to E5 engine. And after that, I keep this body, everything with fiberglass door, fiberglass wood top, and something, and keep this body. We put now the B6. Also on the Laser, they put a E5 and B6 also, but now we put B6 engine and a little bit modified, just like a camshaft and piston and manifold, and we put the ITB on the fuel system, just like that, and the closed ratio gearbox and with the limited slip.
And here is the guy I see at every single car event. M&M's is always one of the cool liveries. M&M's on a luggage rack, bang on. And this is a pretty rare car to see built up. I love this whole style, this whole stance on it, and the colours really stand out. You've got a beige car with brown wheel arch extensions. You don't see that very often, and that is absolutely down on air. Running on 15-inch 185 45s, looks fantastic. I'll take you around the front. Just watch I don't bang my head on that staircase, but that looks really cool. Absolutely down to the floor. Eats happily. We're getting near the end of the event now, and people are rolling the cars outside the garage, lining them up for kind of the weekend souvenir photo. You can see, well, let's just stop and look up Conne's absolutely amazing Escort build. Anyway, we'll leave that. You see all the BMW 2002s there, and then this lineup from Sue, absolutely as good as it gets. X19, Giulia Super, TI Super, I should say, racing replica, absolutely correct. 75 3-litre V6 with a Veloci body kit, super rare, the English market edition, GTA replica, and then one of the first cars I ever saw in Thailand, this Giulia Super police replica. What a lineup to finish, and then next door, we got Imprezas. So one final lap, and this one, the last lap on Sunday night, the last lap on the track is back onto the grid, and this time it's for the awarding of the trophies, the cars that have won over the last few days, the fastest cars in their groups over the past few days, plus some other additional kind of novelty trophies as well.
Hello, my name is Bin. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Buriram. Hi, and me. My name is Ja. Yes, I come to here because I want to see the old car and beautiful car. Yes, I love it so much.
This is my fourth time here. This is the fifth event. I didn't come for 1 year during COVID, but we're here with the Sierra, which I drove, and Austin is here with the Ford Escort, which I drove 2 years ago. First time racing, and he actually got first place. Absolutely outstanding pace. Well, you've got a career in racing. Maybe. I just don't know who's going to pay for it.
And Joey has come home with a trophy, but let's have a look what it says on this trophy. The Booby Trophy, whoa!
Thank you everyone for cheering and then helping me fixing the car and everything. Garage and One Nu, thank you. Q, thank you. And thank you. Not empty-handed this time.
This is Ferrari Motorsport. They brought 5 Porsches with them from Malaysia, and these are the most chilled out guys you are ever going to meet, and none of them will talk on video, so I am doing it for them. Farou's there, he has this car I've seen many times in Malaysia, Idris there, Ismail there, and a load of really cool guys who just take it easy. They do epic restomod builds, and I have got a full video on these guys coming up next month, because they absolutely take Porsches and they restomod them, and they make them drivable, and they make them powerful and make them usable, absolutely on the nail. So stay tuned, because that video is coming up. I went to their garage, went right through everything they do, and you're going to be shocked at what they do. It is time for the final grid walk of the weekend. It's Sunday, it's 6:15, it's gone dark, and look at the cars lined up on the grid. Ferrari P4, those kids go straight for the photo, as people do all weekend, and this very rare Ford Capri. We're done, we're finished, they're handing out the prizes. You can hear the commentator in the background. He's going through all the prize giving, all the trophies now for all the winners, because this event has got very, very competitive. But for me, it's over and out. It's time to go home. Thank you for watching this video. It's been a bit of a long one, but I hope I brought you the atmosphere and the vibe and the sights, the sound of this event. And I also say then, at this point in my videos, I always say, if you've got here, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my video, please hit the like button. And if you want to see a lot more content like this, please subscribe. I've got loads more content from Classic Revival coming up. And if you want to check edition 1, 2, 3 and 4, because this is number 5, you can find them all down in my videos, because I've been to every one and they're all epic, and a lot of different variety of cars. And man, look at that Lotus 7, absolutely beautiful. And from straight to that, get this really cool Mazda Familia truck with an absolute great fitment on it, Impreza. And before I start going through car after car again, we'll finish here. See you next time.